Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jenna Lynn. I'm glad to have you here. So today is going to be another fall DIY project. This is from the Dollar Tree. I've been creating a lot of fall projects recently, so if you haven't checked out the other ones, I have them linked up in the cards above and always in the description box down below. And I'm really happy with the way this centerpiece turned out. I originally made it for my dining room table, but I think I like it better on my living room, like coffee table. So hopefully you guys really enjoy this. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below because I'd love to read it. And as well, if you decide to recreate it and you're not following me on Instagram, I have that link down below as well. Go ahead and go over there and check me out and send me your pictures because I'd love to see your inspiration. Hopefully you guys enjoy this DIY project, and yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the video. So we're going to start out with the list of supplies you're going to need to make this, and first thing, you're going to need some kind of box or centerpiece of any sort, whatever you want to use. I just had this little metal centerpiece from a long while ago that I wasn't currently using anymore, and I figured that would be perfect for this. So you just figure out the shape that you're wanting. I would definitely recommend a rectangle, but then again, it's just whatever you're really wanting from it. Also, I have seen people use wooden boxes, cardboard boxes, or even picture frames with the floral foam on top of it, and that would work as well. And then you're going to need some kind of vases. I like these 3 tall cylinder vases. You can get these from the Dollar Tree for $1 a piece. You're going to need some kind of floral foam. So they have different size blocks and floral foams there. Just get whatever you're wanting. I just got the 4-pack of the little ones. And then whatever you want to decorate it with. The Dollar Tree sells these little clip-on pumpkins, and I got them in white. I finally found them in white. I actually use the orange ones for my fall wreath, which again I will link up in the cards. And then you're going to need your floral. Again, Dollar Tree has a great selection of fall floral for any season really, and you cannot beat the price of $1. But if you're around Hobby Lobby or Michael's and you want to get different kinds from there, you can. It's just going to cost a little bit more. So you just pick up the colors and type of floral you want. I was doing a lot of black and white this year and more muted tones of colors, but I definitely wanted some kind of pop of fall colors. To me, it just doesn't feel like fall without the like bright orange and red, so I just have them here and there. I definitely didn't overdo it. And then you're going to need some kind of candles. I wanted to show you the different kinds. These tall white ones you can actually get from like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anywhere, and they're pretty inexpensive. I had these left over for my wedding, and I have these all around my house, so I just wanted to show you a variety. But the little ones, the little yellow colored ones, you can actually find them from the Dollar Tree, and you can't again beat the dollar. So we're going to start out with just placing the floral foam. Now you can just leave them all the same height, but if you want a little bit of a height difference, I just went ahead and added 2 floral foams side by side. They fit perfectly and snugly in here. So I just went ahead and stacked that and just put one of my middle vases on top of that to give it a little bit of dimension, a little bit of height difference. So I went ahead and just did that, and then I take the 2 other foam pieces and just put them on the ends. That way on the end pieces I can just stick the floral into, like the flowers into the foam pieces, and you'll see that later on. So that's really all I ended up using on mine, but it really just depends on what kind of box you're going to be using, on how much floral foam you're going to end up needing for it. So now I'm just taking my garland that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm really just using this to help disguise some of this floral foam that I have in here. And I went ahead and wrapped this around first because it would have been really hard to add this after you get your flowers in. So if you're going to use this, I would definitely put it in first. But I think it just adds a little bit of extra, and it does help disguise the foam. So now I'm just pulling all of my flowers apart and cutting them, and I did start out with a pair of scissors, and I forgot to recommend this in the list of things you're going to need. You're going to need some kind of floral cutters. I just totally forgot about mine, so I had scissors on hand, but they did not work good. So my husband was nice enough to bring me his multi-tool, and it had little wire cutters on it, and that worked perfectly. So I'm just going to take that and cut off all of my stems, and I do well, I did push up all of my leaves to the top, and because I'm going to be cutting them so short, and it helps just really fill it out when you push all of your leaves up. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut all of my floral. And I did want to mention as well that I didn't show, I had some leftover cotton stems from the Dollar Tree from previous projects, and since cotton is a theme in my house, I really kind of have it everywhere. I went ahead and just grabbed a stem of those, and I'm going to be pulling those apart and adding them as well. I just feel like I needed to break it up a little bit. I had a whole lot of red and orange going on, and I needed to add just a little bit more white since I had the white pumpkins in there. So now once you get all your flowers cut, just go ahead and place them around. It's just however you want to place them. I honestly had no thought in my mind how I was going to do this. I just played around with it and just started sticking my flowers somewhere until I liked it. So I'm just sticking my flowers in my foam and just moving it around in alternating colors, make sure I'm not bunching it up too much color in one area. And I really just played around with it until I came out with the way I liked it, and just tried to really fill around the edges so I didn't see any more of that foam. So that's all I'm doing here. And then I do recommend when you're cutting your floral, I was saying cut it long to begin with. Now this does depend on the size of your box that you're going to be using, but mine, since it was opened, I cut them a little too long, so I did have to cut them down shorter. You don't need too much. So I had to go back and cut all of my flowers down just a little bit shorter. So that's all we're going to do here, is just play around with it and start placing the flowers around it. I figured I would go ahead and introduce you to another one of my babies. This is Rocco. He is a Boxer Lab mix. He is 8 years old, and I've had him 8 years old. I got him when he was 3 weeks old. He was a rescue and did have to bottle feed him, but this was my first baby. He is literally my pride and joy. I love this dog so much it hurts. But he's hanging out with me today during this project. I always seem to have at least one animal around me, and he was being extra lovey and cute. It was so hard to get this done because all I wanted to do was pet him. But I figured I'd go ahead and introduce him since he's going to be popping in around in the frames a couple times. So So now that I have all of my flowers in there, I'm just moving them around to help fill it in and make sure they're not being too bunched up. And I'm taking the little bunch of leaves that I got, had little pumpkins in them and stuff, and placing them around, using them as fillers. And I took some of these, they look like cattails, but I know they're not, but they are similar to that, like little wheat things, and just giving a little bit more height and dimension to the arrangement. So I just took some of them and I'm just placing them around, and then I'll be taking my little balls of cotton and I'm just going to place them around to add a little bit more white to it to help tie into the rest of my decor, which is mainly white throughout my house. And last but not least, I'm taking these little clip pumpkins, and I love it because it's so easy. I don't have to use any kind of glue or anything. I just clip them onto the flowers and I'm just placing them around. It only came with 3, but I feel like it didn't overdo it, but it just gave it a little bit of extra something to the arrangement. So I really like the way this turned out. But again, just play around with it and just make it how you want, and definitely pick out decor that matches your home. But I definitely wanted a couple just fall decor that just screams fall and all the colors, because that's what I love most about fall, not just the weather, but it's just all the bright, warm colors to it. And this is the finished product. I absolutely liked the way that this turned out. I mean, I somewhat surprised myself. I did not think it was going to turn out this good, but I really like it. It is definitely very inexpensive. Now, ignore the 1 candle on it. My batteries were dying, but I just love the ambiance of it. It's just so pretty, especially against this white table. But yeah, I love the way that it turned out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you like DIY projects, make sure you check out the videos linked above. And if you haven't already and you want to, hit the center icon to subscribe. Thanks for watching, y'all.